right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today. Gonna start off with the Grin mining launch that draws interest from deep-pocketed investors. So Grin is a new coin, it's a privacy coin, and for some reason, it has this exponential huge growth of miners and, again, deep-pocketed investors. Out of nowhere. So Grin, the new privacy coin-oriented cryptocurrency, drawn the interest of cypherpunks, but another group turned out in force to mine on the network that formally launched on Tuesday. And we've been watching the whole show today with maybe the most expensive Genesis block won in history. CoinDesk contacted several investors who were also closely watching yesterday's launch of the privacy-focused cryptocurrency, which is being developed using the technology known as Mimblewimble. There is $100 million of mostly VC money, venture capitalist money, invested into special purpose investment vehicles to mine Grin. This does a lot of weird things. It turns a bunch of people who would have been buyers of Grin into sellers of it. It changes the composition of the early holder roster, and it claims the chain will launch with an extremely high degree of security via proof of work hash rate. And this is true. The hash rate of Grin is something fierce. If you've tried mining Grin, I have tried mining Grin, and most of my GPUs didn't work with the software. It said that they were out of memory, which was really weird. And the other ones, some of them would work, some of them wouldn't. And I tried doing a bunch of things, and I didn't get it to work, and I just didn't care. Anecdotally, we know that the plurality of the Chinese GPU mine farms are already hashing on these two networks, Beam and Grin, respectively. So this is the thing that comes closest to Bitcoin, said a partner at a crypto investment firm who spoke on the condition of anonymity. In a lot of investors' minds, it kind of pattern matches to Bitcoin 2.0. So Grin, again, is a privacy coin that has exploded lately. You guys can start mining this coin. However, it mines extremely slowly. So don't expect to get lots of Grin. You're just going to get little bits in the way that you would mine Litecoin or a Bitcoin with a ASIC or even Equihash or anything like that, where you're not getting a whole coin a day typically. So let me show you guys on Trade Ogre here. This is Grin. It started off, it's now at $9.55. However, earlier it was, when it first arrived on exchanges, it was about 422,000 or so Satoshi. So 425,000 Satoshi is about $15 and call it 50 cents a coin. So they started off at $15.50 a coin, which is pretty crazy for a new coin that has been just recently minted. The mining of Grin started not that long ago, I think days ago, and it immediately started off at $15. So that means that most people probably didn't even get to mine a whole coin in those couple of days. If you just have a few GPUs, you probably didn't even mine a whole coin. Those with a farm probably mined a good number of them, 10, 20, 30, 50 of them, which is equal to quite a bit, quite a chunk of change at $15 a piece. However, since being added to exchanges, it pretty much dumped in price pretty quick, but is steadily rising. See, it dumped and rise, dumped, going up and down, just like JR Business. You guys know the deal by now. So Grin, an interesting coin. I would have this on your radar if I were you. See, I've just refreshed. It was $9 and some odd cents, now to $10.64. So I would keep this coin on your radar because buying into it now might result in higher prices later, because for some reason there's a lot of hype around this coin because of Mimblewimble and that it's a privacy coin, which is interesting because there's a lot of privacy coins out there already that did not start off at $15 a coin, including Beam, which is basically the sister coin of Grin because it also uses Mimblewimble and did not start at $15. However, Grin did. So if you chose to mine Beam, you kind of chose the wrong one, in my opinion. But we'll see. So next article, crypto investor names primary suspect in $24 million SIM swapping case. 20-year-old American has been accused of stealing millions of dollars in crypto via method known as SIM swapping. A longtime blockchain and crypto investor first filed a lawsuit against AT&T last August, accusing the firm of negligence that allegedly allowed the suspect to gain control over Turpin's phone number and steal almost $24 million worth of crypto. Yes, I would sue AT&T as well. SIM swapping, also known as a port out scam, involves the theft of a cell phone number in order to hijack online financial and social media accounts, enabled by the fact that many firms use automated messages or phone calls to handle customer authentication. And this is not supposed to be the case. Trust me, I have worked in the AT&T industry for a little while, and this is definitely not the case. So when you call AT&T to swap your SIM or get a new phone or something like that, you have to go through authentication. You have to say everything about yourself, basically, and you usually have like a PIN and such like that you have to say. However, a lot of these cell phone companies lately, it depends on who you get. So if you call into AT&T trying to scam and trying to get somebody's, you need their cell phone number first, and be like, oh, this is blah blah blah, and this is my cell phone number. I need to swap out my SIM, or I need to swap out my phone. And normally they go through an authentication process with you, and 9 out of 10, maybe even greater employees will go through that authentication process. The problem is that once in a while you'll get an employee that doesn't care. And they're like, I don't feel like going through that process. I believe this person. I'm having a bad day. Whatever it is, they skip that authentication process and just bypass it. And then they ended up giving them the number and all the information to the account. Then you can use that phone SIM to essentially steal somebody's phone and all the information in it. And so this is what happened. So allegedly, an American has been accused of doing this. The suspect has been previously arrested on a separate SIM swap related criminal charges, say that 10 times fast, involving the alleged theft of $1 million in crypto from Silicon Valley executives. How he's not in prison at the moment, I have no idea, because $1 million, that's the real deal. Truglia is currently incarcerated in Santa Clara County, California, in connection with the prior case. So now he's arrested again. So the lawsuit alleges that Truglia, alongside a host of alleged accomplices, perpetrated the SIM swap against Turpin on January 7th and 8th, resulting in crypto losses estimated to be worth $24 million. Amongst the evidence presented in the lawsuit are statements and text messages purportedly sent by Truglia on the date of the Turpin SIM swap, in which he is allegedly to have explicitly told friends that he had stolen a crypto wallet worth $20 million. So, yeah, if you steal $20 million in crypto, don't tell your friends, okay? Just keep the money, I guess. Don't do that, though. So this is the problem. So if you have, an exchange and you get somebody's phone number, you can do anything, because not only do you have their email, but now you have their phone number that you can send a 2FA authentication to, and then just instantly log in. So make sure you guys secure it a little better. Maybe get a track phone or something. Just a little purchase phone for your authentication, and not your main phone that you use every day. That's probably a bad idea. Anyway, U.S. academics say their Shardy blockchain will be 10 times faster than Visa. U.S. academics are working together to create a new and improved cryptocurrency in a bid to rival Bitcoin. According to Bloomberg, professors from 7 U.S. colleges, including MIT, Stanford, Berkeley, University of California, are looking to create a digital currency capable of processing thousands of transactions a second without sacrificing the basic principles of decentralization. So Bitcoin's underlying blockchain processing capabilities limited by an average block creation times of 10 minutes and the block size limit. Despite various proposed inactive solutions, Bitcoin's transaction processing capacity is estimated to be 3.3 and 7 per second, in contrast to Ethereum's 10 to 30. Despite the emergence of many altcoins over the years, Bitcoin is credited with being the first digital currency in trustless peer-to-peer payment. So the mainstream public is aware that these networks don't scale. We are on the cusp of something where if this doesn't scale relatively soon, it may be relegated to ideas that were nice but don't work in practice. And that's kind of Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin's great and all, everything. Oh, don't get me wrong. Whoa. Bitcoin's great. But as a currency and mass use, it's not particularly good in that sense. Conscious that they're up against a complex issue, the academics working at Unite E are leveraging new instruments for reaching consensus. They're relying on sharding, a process used to ensure that each node will only hold a part of the data on the blockchain, and not the entire set of information, and new payment channel networks to increase speed. Pramod Viswanath, a professor of electrical and computer engineering at University of Illinois, working on the project, said, Bitcoin has shown us that distributed trust is possible, but it's just not scaling at a dimension that can make it a truly global everyday money. It was a breakthrough that has capacity to change human lives, but won't happen unless the technology can be scaled up. Unit E, I guess. I suppose that's supposed to be Unite, but it's really Unit E. I don't even know how they want to say that. Unit E, Unite, is expected to launch in the second half of this year, and its proponents hope that it will be able to process as many as 10,000 transactions per second, which far surpasses Visa's capability to process around 1,700. So we should be on the lookout for, I guess, Unit E, Unite. Work on that name, guys, 'cause, I don't like it. 10,000 transactions per second would be quite nice. So next thing we got here, this is definitely not an article. However, it's just, this is unacceptable. Bitcoin.com redirects their buy Bitcoin link to the page that first proposes to buy Bitcoin Cash instead of BTC. They must change that. Now, I don't think they have to change it because Bitcoin.com is owned Roger Ver, and of course he's a Bitcoin Cash shill. And so if you guys are wondering, hey, Bitcoin.com, right? No. Bitcoin.com is a Bitcoin Cash website that also allows you to buy Bitcoin. But so if you click on buy Bitcoin here, you do see buy BCH. So if you click, buy, like right off the bat, your amount, put in whatever. And, wow, I'm going to get BCH. I think I'm going to get Bitcoin. So it used to be the case on the website. People were very angry at that when you clicked on buy Bitcoin, it would give you two options. It would say buy Bitcoin, and then in parentheses, it would say BCH. So really, if you click on that, you're buying Bitcoin Cash. And then below that, it said buy Bitcoin Core, parentheses, BTC. And that's how you buy BTC. But somebody new coming to the channel, coming to the website, is going to get manipulated. And that's manipulation, because you have to be aware that there's going to be new people coming to the website all the time. After all, it's called Bitcoin.com. So I think one of the first things people might check out if they heard a coworker talking about buying Bitcoin and, wow, look at my gains, Bitcoin is amazing, it's the future, whatever, right? Or your neighbors talking about it, or friends, right? So you're like, I'm gonna go check this out. I want to get in on this and make some money. I want to go in on this and use Bitcoin and be free from the central bank master overlords, right? So you're gonna go to Bitcoin.com, right? A lot of people are gonna go to Bitcoin.com not knowing that it's a Bitcoin Cash website, and when you click on buy Bitcoin, you're getting Bitcoin Cash, and you don't realize maybe for quite a while that you actually bought Bitcoin Cash and not Bitcoin. So this is slightly less scammy, admittedly, but still pretty bad. So buy Bitcoin Cash so you can change it to BTC, but again, fairly manipulative in my opinion. Not so good there. That it starts with Bitcoin Cash, but it is their website and they can do whatever they want, but still pretty weird. So the main article that I wanted to talk about real quick, and there's honestly not a lot to talk about, but it's pretty amazing, and I never even really thought of this idea. So if you live in the United States, and I don't know if Coinstar is in the rest of the world or not, but if you live in the United States, you know what Coinstar is. Coinstar is essentially an ATM coin counting machine, if you will, in just about every Walmart and major grocery store in the United States. They are literally everywhere. And you can see this little tray down here for anybody that might be from a different country that's never seen one of these. There's this little tray right here, and you put all your change, so that you can always see people going in and out of Walmarts and things like that with a big bucket of change. And they go in and you pour it into the Coinstar machine. The Coinstar machine takes a little bit it takes like 10% or something like that, which is kind of outrageous, I suppose, but it's really easy. And you pour all your coins in there, and it calculates how much coins you have, and then it gives you a receipt, and you can go to the counter and get money for that. So if you put in $50 in change, you get $50 receipt, you go to the counter, you get your $50, you're done, you know what I mean? And then you go, you do whatever with your whole $50 or whatever. So they're pretty convenient. But they just recently added to buy Bitcoin with them. So let me talk about it. Buy Bitcoin at Coinstar. And this is amazing because these things are everywhere. These are more ubiquitous than any Bitcoin ATM ever could be, because on Reddit you'll see like, oh, look at this new Bitcoin ATM that came up in my local grocery store, in whatever Europe or whatever, and people are always excited about it and upvote them. So this should be way bigger than any ATM that you see popping up once in a while. So buy Bitcoin from CoinMe at Coinstar Kiosk. CoinMe, a world leader in cryptocurrency financial services, make it easy and convenient for you to purchase a Bitcoin at a select Coinstar locations, which is virtually everywhere in the United States. I'm telling you, you guys can find one of these like everywhere. Buying Bitcoin is easy. Go to a select Coinstar kiosk, touch a buy Bitcoin, review, and accept the transaction terms and enter your phone number. I'm sure they take a little bit from you, but progress is progress. Number 2, insert U.S. paper money. So you actually have to insert paper money, right? To receive the voucher with a Bitcoin redemption code, then you create an account, you go online, and you get your Bitcoin, and you can send it to your wallet. Awesome. This is just a fantastic idea. I can't believe I haven't thought of this. This is like $1 million idea. I wish I would have thought of this. I would have got paid a lot of money. But so it only accepts paper money for the Bitcoin, right? So what you would have to do if you want to turn your change into Bitcoin, you'd have to take your $100 in change, your big bucket of change or whatever, change it out, get your receipt from your change, go to the counter, get your money, then go back to the Coinstar machine and put your money in and get Bitcoin, which is just crazy good. And I think just the fact that Bitcoin is on these things is going to spark the interest in a lot of people's minds that may have never seen Bitcoin before. So this is just absolutely fantastic. You can see here that it shows the price of Bitcoin at the time. At the time, it was $4,100, and this person apparently got total Bitcoin purchase of 0.0002 to basically 22,000 Satoshi. I'm not sure. Bitcoin purchase was only like 96 cents somehow. There was a transaction fee of apparently 4 cents. And the transaction total was just $1. So they basically bought $1 in Bitcoin, I suppose, just to take the picture. And it took 4 cents. So it's a transaction fee of 4%, which, not too bad. It could be lower. It could be lower, but not too bad. Really, really awesome. Love this. I just absolutely love this idea. This is going to be not mass adoption, but this is certainly going to change the mind of some people somewhere in the world. Because everybody knows a Coinstar machine, at least in the United States. I don't know where else they are in the world, but probably are. Anyway, 122 billion market cap, 3,667 Bitcoin, nothing changed, 52.4% Bitcoin dominance. We got some green, we got some red, nothing else crazy going on today, not that I know of. We could check the winner of the day here. So we've got Power Ledger, Loop Ring, loser of the day, S coins basically. So, but that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, that helps a lot. I have social media in the description below, my Discord, Steam, Twitter, Twitch. Make sure you guys give those a follow if you can. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Arizona time, I'm going to go live on YouTube and Twitch. Watch on whatever platform you prefer to use. And it's going to be me and 3 others live on our crypto podcast. And we're going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about all our lives in crypto. And we're going to tell stories. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to have community questions as well. So go on to that Discord in the description below. And in that Discord is a podcast channel. Click on that podcast channel and type in a question that you would like me to ask the guests. I will also answer that question as well. Maybe a topic, anything of your concern. Put it in there. And I'm going to go through that during the podcast and see what you guys said, and I will try to answer that. We'll try to go do a little round table situation, and then if this is successful, if you guys watch it, if you guys like the video, if you share it, if a lot of people come, we're going to do this every week. And eventually we're going to start bringing you guys, the community members, in one at a time, and we'll all have a chat and stuff. So it'll be a way to give back to the community, bring you guys in as well. It's going to be awesome. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Arizona time, be here live. I appreciate you guys, and that's all I have for you. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.